Hey, you beautiful beings. Welcome to Empowered Human with Nina Garcia. I am your host, and you are listening to the throwback episodes. Yeah, I have officially taken a pause on creating new episodes for the podcast so that I can focus on writing the book. It became very clear that while I have loved doing the podcast, I'm getting these episodes out every week to you all piecemeal. I was like, no more, no more. You all were like, please, please, can you get us all those skills and tools, Nina, in one area so that we can do the empowered human journey, so that we can really see what it's like from start to finish, to which I say, yes, absolutely. Let me get this to you. Yes. So what you're going to be hearing is this. You're going to be hearing throwback episodes from all 6 seasons, okay? It's not going to be every episode, so don't freak out on me yet. But it is going to be some of the episodes that were highlighted, that were popular, that we think, maybe you all missed and we want to bring it back. You're going to be hearing throwback episodes, and I am going to be listening along with you. I too want to hear about the journey and experience the journey that I had as we moved from Triggered Can We Play With That, the original podcast, all the way to Empowered Human with Nina Garcia. So you're going to hear personal stories. You're going to hear interviews. You're going to be given skills in every episode. Yes, you're going to be given tools in every episode for you to become skilled in. It is totally up to you whether you want to listen. If it's not the episode for you, skip to the next week, right? You just take what works for you, leave what doesn't. And if there's some stuff you're curious about, why don't you just go ahead and put that on the shelf? The podcast has always been about putting resources in the hands of people without needing to pay for it, right? And so this is no different. Even with these throwback episodes, what you're going to hear is this. We're going through, just as I said, you're going to still hear me talk at the beginning of each episode, letting you know, hey, we've had a transition. You're going to hear the original intro to the episode. You're going to hear the show music, and then you're going to hear the full original episode. This could mean that dates are off, that times are off, that people are talked about, that may no longer be in our lives, right? Just be aware of that. At the very end of the episode, you're going to see this face again come back to remind you that it was a throwback episode and to maybe offer you some adventure challenges as you move from week to week, right? Though the format of the episode did change over the years that we've done this podcast, the value is still there. So if you like something, definitely hit me up on Instagram at Drama Therapist Nina and be like, Nina, I love that throwback episode about XYZ thing. Yes, fill in the blank with that. Let me know. And if there's something that you're looking for in the meantime, also hit me up on Instagram at Drama Therapist Nina and let me know. Otherwise, stay curious and enjoy the ride, folks. I'll be right along there with you. Welcome to Empowered Human, the dramatically playful podcast that invites you to heal humanity, the one within you, me, and the world at large. I'm your host, drama therapist, empowerment specialist, and not to mention empowered human, Nina Garcia. And I'm so stoked you're joining me on the journey. Every Wednesday, you are invited to explore transforming from powered to empowered with genuinely human stories of courageous existence, healing from invalidation, and truly belonging to you. So wherever you are on the spectrum, from empowerment curious to empowered human ambassador, this podcast is designed to humanize. Get ready to lean into your edge, heal your worldview, and finally belong to you. This is Empowered Human. Hey, today's episode is from the audience members out there. One of you asked, hey Nina, do I have to stop chatting a person who makes me feel ignored? So I'm going to answer that question in a nutshell. No, you don't have to do anything. You don't have to stop talking to them at all. But I wonder why you would want to keep speaking to someone who makes you feel ignored. Now, here's what I'm going to play with this a little bit, because when I read this question, what I actually heard inside was, Nina, I don't want to stop talking to this person. Do I have to? So clearly I'm thinking, right, without much context, there's probably something with this person that you really are interested in. And so If you are out there and you are in a similar boat, you're like, I really don't want to stop talking to this person, whether it's a partner, potential lover, a workmate, a friend, potential flatmate, right? Whatever the case is. Let's say that you are out there and you really want to be able to engage with them. You want to be able to connect with them. And yet there they are, leaving something with you, like feeling ignored, not feeling seen, not feeling heard, not feeling valued in some way, shape, or form. If that is where you are at, this episode might be for you. So we're going to explore that in a little bit more depth. I'm going to give you a fun image that I want you to take with you. And today's episode is going to be short and sweet. Let's go ahead and take a breath on in, moving your body and getting into it as much as you need to be able to listen in, and exhale it out when you are ready. So of course, this is an audience question today, and it's a typical one out there, I think, right? It comes and expresses itself in different ways, but this question of, do I have to stop talking to this person who I'm interested in for some reason, right? There's some reason why I'm interested in this person, but Nina, do I have to stop talking to them? Because the thing is, they sort of don't make me feel seen or heard or felt. And so already, I want you to write down that if you have a relationship out there in which you are not feeling seen or felt or heard, you might be receiving messages that, or at least feeling, right, messages that suggest you're not valid, right? That suggest that you don't deserve to take up space, that you don't deserve to have your wants or needs met. If that is the case for you, definitely keep listening in, but really ask yourself, am I in a relationship? Does not have to be romantic, right? We talked about that, friendships, workships, all the things. Are you in a relationship in which you are not getting back what you are hoping to get back, right? And so here's the thing. I want to offer you an image right off the bat. If this is you in particular, but if you know someone who you're like, oh, this is Susie Q's thing, oh, this is Susie Q's thing, then listen, you're going to use this for Susie Q, okay? I want you to imagine that you are the most valuable property out there. Yes, I said it, folks. I want you to imagine that you're like a property. Yes, whether you've got land, whether you're in the mountains, whether you've got a beachside vacation space, right? Whatever works for you. I want you to imagine that you are a property and your property is friggin' valuable, okay? It's so valuable. And the thing with property is that it's got to be tended to, right? You can't just let it run wild and run amok, or else it's going to be run down, okay? Lowers the property value. You got to tend to it in some way, shape, or form, and every property needs a little something different, yeah? So if you are this most valuable property and you have this person who you really want to engage with, you want them to come on your property, you want to give them permission to walk with you and on your property. But what they leave behind is you feeling ignored, you feeling not seen, not felt, not heard. Why would you want them on your property? That is lowering the property value. Quite genuinely, I want you to think about it that simply, because I know what I'll hear back is inevitably, but Nina, they're so fill in the blank, right? Nina, they're so cute. Nina, they're so attractive. Nina, they're so smart. Nina, they make so much money. Nina, they fill in the blank with whatever it is that you feel is so valuable. And play that question back, folks. It's so valuable, seems so valuable, whatever it is that they're bringing to your property. Are you actually getting that? Whatever it is that you think is so valuable that they're bringing, are you actually getting it? And here's the thing, if you are, does it outweigh what they are also bringing, the negativity, the not being seen, felt, and heard? Does it outweigh that? Because that, I can guarantee, is what is lowering your property value. It doesn't make you feel good about yourself. You might even be questioning what's happening here. Why can't they feel me, see me, hear me the way that I want? While I don't have any context for situations out there, and I can't really answer that question, right? I do want to leave you very simply with this tool, especially around the holidays, but year round, this is one, because it really comes down to what's your worth. What do you think you're worth? Not what somebody else thinks you're worth, but what do you think you're worth? And if you are the most valuable property out there, it doesn't mean that you are better than or worse than, right? Where we can all say we're different. We're not going to get into better than or worse than, right? But if you are so friggin' valuable, that it matters to you how you tend to that property. It matters to you who comes onto that property. It matters to you how you are felt and seen and heard by other people, then why on earth would you choose to engage with someone who is lowering the value? You are worth so much more. You're worth so much more. I think a big part of the empowered human lifestyle involves owning your truth without oppressing yourself and also without oppressing others. We don't have to say that that person is the devil or evil or the worst, right? I mean, you get to decide that. We don't have to say that, though, in order for us to still say that your property is of value and it matters. And if that person is lowering the value, they just don't belong on the property. That's it. They just don't belong on the property. You got to change how they're able to engage with your property. But Nina, I still want them around. Then I would explore that. Yeah, I'm going to give you an adventure challenge soon. But I want you to take with you this image of your property value. Are you valuing it? If somebody else is not helping you feel seen, felt, and heard on your property, are they valuing it, right? Again, doesn't mean they're a bad person. They just may not know how to value you the way that you truly deserve, yeah? Quick break for a sec. If Empowered Human is offering you something valuable about courage, healing, belonging, or love at your core, you may want to work with me. In particular, if you know of or identify as a high-achieving man, and I say this quite seriously because if you don't, I'm going to drive you up a friggin' wall. High achiever that has leveled up in every arena except your relationship with yourself or your relationships with others. Visit empoweredhuman.love for more on how you can level up in your relationships with one of our Empowered Human intensives. Intensives understand the value of your time. Of the 3 that I offer, Walk into Courage covers a month's worth of weekly sessions in just 2 hours. Dive into Courage is a 3-day intensive that can cover up to 6 months worth of sessions. And Ascend into Courage is a year-long program to give you the skills and the network you need to level up for lifelong emotional security. When it comes to leveling up in your relationships, I got you. Head to empoweredhuman.love for more, but for now, back to the episode. And so if this is the case, I want you to move into some adventure challenges here. Now, when we do adventure challenges, right, as you're owning your truth without oppressing yourself, without oppressing other people, as we're helping you figure out how do you really empower your humanity in the situation, I like to offer adventure challenges in 3 different tiers, okay? 3 different levels. 1 is going to be your self-awareness, very base, yeah? 2, your self-knowledge. 3 is going to be self-realization. Essentially, what I'm offering you is 3 different ways for you to engage and lean in, right? From a little bit to a lot of it, right? Self-awareness is all about what you're aware of. Maybe you didn't know before, and now you're like, oh, I'm aware that I feel uncomfortable with this relationship. I do. I feel like some sort of discomfort. I don't know what it is. Then you're like, okay, what about level 2 now, Nina? Self-knowledge, yes? Well, now I know that I feel uncomfortable. And I know that my discomfort is because I don't feel seen, felt, and heard in this relationship. That's what's happening here. Now I know that. And then I say, okay, are you ready to move to level 3? Right? This is self-realization. Are you ready to commit to doing something about it? You're aware that there was discomfort. Now you know that it's because you don't feel seen, felt, or heard. How do we realize a different reality for you? How do we invite you to change or shift something? Even a 1% change matters, y'all. It can make a difference. And so that would be, for those of you who are my self-realizers out there, right? What is it that you need to commit to in order to change? Do we need to tell that person that you don't feel seen, felt, and heard? Do you need to be able to own with yourself, I don't feel seen, felt, and heard in this relationship. It doesn't work for me. And do we need to cleave you from them, right? In a very responsible way. Again, I don't know the context of your situationship, but I am going to trust that you will, or that you will seek out support to be able to explore this more. Because ultimately, my friends out there, ultimately, what I want you to take from this short and sweet episode is that you matter, that you have a value that matters, and that you are the one who can control and tend to what is happening on your own personal property. Be aware of what's happening there. And if you don't like it, then know that you don't like it and that something needs to change. And once you're aware and you know, you can start to realize a different reality. That's where you actually make the change. Again, get those journals out, y'all. Self-awareness, self-knowledge, self-realization. For all my people out there who are saying, I want to live an aligned life. I want to be in attunement with myself and with others. This is how we do it here. Okay. Awareness, knowledge, realization. That's how you're going to self-actualize. And I do love me a self-actualized empowered human. Yeah. Yeah. That is what I planned for you today, folks. Okay. Short and sweet. Like I said, we're here for the holidays. Take the tool with you. If it works for you, run with it. If it doesn't work for you, you throw it away. That's okay. And if you're not sure, just put it on the shelf. Put it on the shelf. Yeah. It'll be there whenever you're ready to return to it. For now, thanks for playing and stay safe. Talk to you soon. Bye for now. It's me again, reminding you that this was a throwback episode. I hope that you were able to take something from it, even one little nugget of wisdom, and use that between this week and next week, right? The purpose of these episodes is to give you tools. It is up to you to decide whether you want to become skilled in them. You picking up what I'm putting down? So take a tool, take something, a perspective, a moment, something that works for you, and use it in your life to transform hard conversations into teachable moments, to transform the way that you play with scary moments, right? To transform your life, to help make you the most courageous, most healing-oriented, most belonging person, right? No matter where you go, that you belong to yourself everywhere you go, right? Courage, healing, belonging, whatever it is that you are taking from this episode, take it with you so that you can get out there and live your most vibrant life, you beautiful human being, okay? All right, I'm signing off for now, but I'm gonna see you soon, okay? I'm gonna see you real soon. Bye for now. Thank you so much for being willing to explore healing your humanity on Empowered Human. I hope you found at least one new way to transform your worldview from powered to empowered. If you took something from the show, please take a moment of your time and subscribe to Empowered Human. And if it really nourished you, leave us a review. Your feedback helps me understand what our community needs. Not to mention, it helps others discover the empowered human life. So keep this last bit in mind. All the visual goodies come with me on Instagram at Drama Therapist Nina. Stay up to date there on upcoming episodes, behind the scenes goodness, and reels dropping knowledge. Thank you again for being part of the empowered human community. Until next time, stay curious.